hit this elevator button, and we are now fighting Heli-Gunner. Okay, so here is how this fight works. We are just going to throw grenades at him until he's dead, for the most part. However, there is also going to be an element of sneaking a limit break-in. So you know the whole ATB active sneak a limit break-in thing that we were talking about? That is something that doesn't come into play until the second phase of the fight. The first phase of the fight, we just throw grenades. But we're going to anticipate the second phase of the fight. And so we need to queue up our characters in a certain order here. What you want is always Aeris to be the middle character, because Barrett or Red are the ones that have useful limit breaks. We don't care about Healing Wind. And so if Barrett already has his limit, you actually want him to go last in the turn order. Or if Red is the one with the limit break, or if he's the one that's closer to a limit break, you want that character to be last in the turn order. Now that's kind of counterintuitive, because I was saying before that you have the limit holder go first, so that then you can queue up another turn while the other people are going, but it's actually because of how the second phase begins that we need to do this. So your limit holder should actually go last, and Aeris should go in the middle, so that we can sneak the limit break in with the other character if they get it. So in this case, it's going to be Red, Aeris, Barrett is going to be our order. And it's all grenades. It's just grenades. So, triangle over to Red, grenade, triangle over to Aeris, grenade, Barrett, grenade. And then, for a while, we just hold circle. All three of us throw our grenades. Then he gets a turn. And just like all that ATB active stuff I was talking about at the start, it's just a very polite one-by-one turn order kind of, or, just a round-robin turn order here, thanks to ATB active and fast battle speed. And so we just keep holding circle. He shoots at everybody. And now, Red got his turn, or Red got his limit, and so that's very good. We get to talk about the fun thing, the fact that Red got his limit break. So that's why Red went first, is so that because he got his limit break, we're going to be able to do the limit insertion method. But with Barrett, he already had... okay. So this is actually the part that we need to pay attention to. So on this volley of 3 turns, we noticed that Red went first, he threw a grenade, and then his ATB bar emptied out and refilled. Aeris just threw her grenade, her turn finished, and her ATB bar is now filling. Barrett is now throwing the last grenade of this phase. But here's the deal. When he throws his grenade, it's going to kill this phase. And now, because of this whole death animation and the next guy coming down and stuff, because of all this, Barrett's turn takes forever to empty out. And the next phase of the boss is actually going to get his turn before Barrett is able to queue up a turn. So Red and Aeris are now... So he's going to come down and immediately get a turn. But then, and I think that that's just like an introductory attack. He just always attacks right when he comes down, and then his ATB bar fills up, and he gets his next turn. Red and Aeris are already queued, so their turns are going to go before his first turn. Barrett, on the other hand, isn't getting his next turn until now, which is too late. He's already got his next turn queued up after his opening attack. So... this is why we have the limit holder go last, is so that their ATB, their slow getting of the turn for the second phase, we can queue up a limit instead. Boom, prioritized in the queue. So now it goes after his opener instead of not until after the guy's next attack. So there you go. That's the reason for it. And then the reason that we have Red first in the turn order is because now Red is going to throw his grenade, and we're going to be able to queue up his Sled Fang during Eris's grenade throw. So now for Barret, again, with knowing about where your cursor memory is, Barret is on attack now. So we're going to have to hold up and circle to buffer a grenade with him. And then we're going to have to hold down and circle to, as quickly as possible, buffer the Sled Fang with Red. Because we need to make sure that this Sled Fang gets off during Eris's turn, because the Heli-Gunner goes next. And so buffering down and circle wraps it up to the limit, selects limit, pressing down on the limit menu doesn't do anything, and it selects the limit, and we'll attack him with it now. And there you go. And so now again, though, that means that for Red, we have to now go up in circle to select a grenade because he's back on attack. And now you just hold circle until you win. We did it. We did our limit breaks. We shot our loads, and now we just hold circle until we win. Hello, 12. No, we're on ATB wait right now. Or sorry, we're on ATB active right now. That was just limit queue not manipulation, but limit queue exploitation. And there you go. There is the Heli-Gunner fight. And now Heli-Gunner might put people to sleep, and if he does, that sucks. But you just kind of throw grenades and he'll die. Alright, generally 2 grenade tosses after he started spinning finishes off the fight. I say generally, I don't think I've ever seen that not be the case. Alright, and that is the fight. Yeah, Sled Fang is a longer animation, but we snuck it in with limit queuing, and so I think it was a good thing. Because it was an extra attack, which may have given it may have gotten the boss to start spinning sooner instead of shooting, because the spinning attacks are generally faster than the shooting attacks. And it saves a grenade, yeah. Alright, so now for this fight, we don't need materia on Cloud. We just start, and here comes the Rufus fight. How the Rufus fight works is the dog has 140 HP, which means that a grenade will generally one-shot. A grenade should one-shot the dog. You do have a low chance of getting a 139 or even a 138 roll on the grenade, and if that happens, just be mad. You just get to be mad if that happens. And then Rufus takes 4 grenades to take down. You might want to put a Braver in there somewhere, though. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to queue up a grenade on the dog. They pretty much always get both of their turns first because it's ATB active and you have to target the dog. Oh, there, we got 140. Perfect. And now with the limit break, I'm just going to use it right away. Now, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with using the Braver right away. Rufus's AI says that if on the last turn he did not receive at least 100 points of damage and his health is like above a certain threshold, he has, I think it's a 1/3 chance to laugh instead of shoot you. So, and that's a waste of time. It's not only a waste of time, but you don't get any limit from it. So it's very bad if that happens. And because the dog led the fight with a barrier on Rufus, this Braver's only going to do like 75. And so he might laugh at us. He did not laugh at us, so now buffer up and circle to get a grenade. And that's good. So now just 3 more grenades will take him out. Because it's 4 grenades or 3 grenades and a Braver. And what I really, really enjoy about using the Braver really early on this fight is that sets up our limit bar for Motorball really nicely. So the opening attack from Motorball should give Cloud a limit now. So I always like to use the limit as early as possible on Rufus. If it comes down to it, I will even wait and let Rufus shoot me a second time between 2 turns in order to get more limit, to make sure that our bar is about right here. Now, there is another aspect of this fight that is being asked about in chat, and that refers to dorg skip or dog skip. What if you got into this fight with a limit on Cloud already? So I love to have a limit on Cloud already. So we're just going to cheat and give him one here to show you what you do if you have the limit already. The limit priority can actually get you to skip the dog's turn. Because when this happens, if Rufus goes first, you can use the animation time of Rufus's attack to queue up a Braver on the dog, and then the Braver will actually finish the it'll get prioritized in the queue and go off before the dog gets a turn, and that's very good. I don't think that you can do it if you took stairs. If you took stairs, I think Cloud is one level lower here, and you have a really low chance to underroll on your Braver the damage. But if you did elevator, even if you manipulated the elevator, Cloud should be strong enough, especially with all of his materia removed, to one shot the dog with a Braver. So yeah, what it depends on is the ATB. Not Cloud's ATB. Cloud's ATB is going to be fine. What it depends on is whether Rufus or the dog goes first. If the dog goes first, the dog went first. If Rufus goes first, though, you use his turn animation. You don't need the 7/8 ATB because the limit on Cloud gets prioritized on the queue. All that matters is that Rufus goes first before the dog, and then you use Rufus's turn animation to queue up your Braver. So we'll see if it happens here. It did. So that was just a circle, circle, right, circle, for limit, Braver, dog, go, and there you go. Just like that, we skipped the dog animation, or we skipped the dog's turn. Oh, but it underrolled! The Braver underrolled, and we got screwed, and we gotta do a grenade anyway. That's funny. All right, let's see if it happens again. Okay, so it can screw you. I got screwed on that one. Let's see about this one. There we go. $140, it perfectly killed. Oh my god, we have kind of a weak Cloud on this run, don't we? But there you go. So with that limit right at the start, that also, again, I love the early Braver on the Rufus fight. Because now we get a limit for Motorball. We don't even have to rely on the first hit from Motorball. And alright, there you go. So that's Rufus. Is there anything else to talk about with Rufus? If Rufus crits you, don't panic. If Rufus crits you twice, you should probably switch to the back row. Or, in the worst case scenario, you might have to, high potion yourself or something. Because we have a high potion at this point, right? I don't know. It's real bad if he crits you twice. But if he only crits you once, don't panic. You should be fine. If you don't kill the dog... Some people Braver Rufus twice. Yeah, I prefer to save the second Braver for Motorball. But yeah, it's up to preference how you want to do these things. You'll kind of come up with your own Braver route, I'm sure, if you're running this. But all right, so now there is a menu to do. After Rufus, we've got ourselves a menu. And so what we want to do is, for the next fight, we want Cloud's magic stat to be as high as we can get it. And so the way that we're going to do that, because we're going to be bolting the shit out of Motorball with him. So the way that we do it, or the way that I do the menu, different people do this differently. You can come up with your own menu route. The way that I do it is we go into the menu, 3 down to equip, down to arm, and just double tap it to equip the mithril armlet, right? And then if you hit X, it'll bring you to the materia menu automatically because your slot's changed. Or you can hit square to go here manually. And what I like to do is just go down left and double tap to arrange. And then go back up to the top and just go 1, go over to the right, next one down, go down, next one down, go left, next one down. And I just put those 4 on. That each one of those, you know, raises Cloud's magic level. And then put Cloud in the back row. The reason for this is so that he will be in the front row against Motorball, which is better for his limit gaining, potentially. And that's it. That's it. That's the menu. So then this menu, a little bit faster, is down to equip. Boom, 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 boom. Back row. And then buffer up right to get out of here. Switch to up about there, up left, you know. Just hug the walls. As always, just hug the walls. Here you can just go down left into that. Like, there was a little bit of left in there. But, you know, at some point it was down left. Hug this corner around here. And talk to Tifa. This room is live, so talking to Tifa from farther away is better than talking to her from closer. And now this room is not live. And so if you're doing hundo, it's time to grab turtles, but we're not doing hundo here. This is any %, so run down to kind of the middle of this spot here. It might seem like you should cut right down in here, and that's what most people do. However, this cutscene is actually slightly sped up by you running to the middle here because of Eris's walk that she just did right there. It was faster for her to walk from here than it would have been from all the way over here. And so that's why you kind of run into the middle of this cutscene trigger here. Alright. But otherwise, this is just a cutscene. And allow me to demonstrate that after Tifa says the words hurry, hurry, you can, well, actually, okay, so hurry, hurry, that's when you can run away and take a bathroom break.